Just less than 1 year ago, we released our first video and we told that we are here to make the revolution on the drift arena. And for the whole previous year, we spent to build drift cars, to create our engineering solution, to test it, just to prove that it's the really best solution on the market. And for the whole year, we just kept in secret our prospects car, and now it's finally finished and we can reveal this car. So today you'll see the whole overview on the FXZ34 from our heads with our mechanics, engineers, and just keep watching to get to know all the secrets about this best drift car. So, thank you for having this interview with us. Behind us, we see our flagship project that is done, and we've been working for it for the last year, since 2024. And since the whole team were working with the different platforms, we're of course wondering why we decided to work with Z platform among all the platforms that we have for drifting.
So, that was one of the main questions that we need to decide from the start, because, as you know, we started from zero. We wanted to choose one platform and focus on this. And for sure, we were thinking about another platforms, but we see at least 3 main advantages of Nissan Z platform. This platform is designed with a serious attention to motorsport. So what I mean? I mean that the body of this car is quite rigid, and you don't need to reinforce it too much if you want to use in motorsport. So, for example, if we speak about Nissan Silvia, if we build this car for professional racing, we have to reinforce all the body, so we need to do a lot of different things to make this body reliable for example, drift racing. If we use Z in our project, for sure, we need to do some, but not too much, and so this is the main advantage. Another advantage is its front suspension, because the front suspension designed with double wishbone arms, and this makes a really good feedback and clear control for the driver, especially when we speak about high grip on the rear axle. And you know, this is the most important, I think, for motorsport, and with the double wishbone system, we have a lot of advantages when tuning suspension and getting good results during the race. And the last advantage point of this platform is a good availability in the Middle East region. It's really cheap and easy to buy here in Dubai. For example, Nissan 370Z, D34 platform. As well, we have a good availability of the spare parts, and that's why we decided to use this platform for our current projects.
In this attempt of making the car unique and the more reliable, we decided to use the unusual engine as well. So why we decided to choose S58?
You know, in the drift world, there are 2 the most popular choices for all the projects. I speak about engines for sure. So this is a 2JZ engine and the LS engine. And we don't want to use it because we decided to focus on something new, on something new engineered, and something more interested. Because everyone knows how to build a LS engine or a 2JZ engine, but nobody knows how to use S58 engine in the drift, for example.
So we consider it like a challenge.
Yeah, we can speak it's like a challenge for us. But you know, me and our team, we want to grow. We want to understand something new, and we want to develop something new. That's why we choose S58. We spoke about another engines, and we were thinking about using VR38 or VR30 engine, what comes in new Nissan Z from the factory. But in my opinion, the best layout for motorsport is an inline 6-cylinder engine. So that's why we started thinking about S58, and we found that this engine geometry and its compression ratio is really nice from the factory. So looks like that from the factory in BMW they really tried to develop that engine that is really good from the factory. It comes with forged crankshaft, forged pistons, forged piston rods, and the biggest surprise for me was when we put this engine on the scales and we found that it weighs about 125 kilos. You know, it's lighter than many four-cylinder engines. For sure, when you start developing the project, 2JZ can be cheaper, but at the same time, you should understand that in our project we are using stock long block engine. We don't want to change internals at all. I know that with stock internals, that engine gives more than 1000 horsepower, and people say it's reliable. I'm not really sure on it, but we want to try. If it's so, if it works, for example, at 1000 horsepower with the stock internals, it's a real game changer for everybody. Because if you want to build 2JZ engine with the same torque, for example, 1000 Newton meters, you have to spend more than $20,000. For example, because you cannot use stock 2JZ engine. It will never work on that power, yeah. But S58 engine, if we speak about used engine, for example, it costs about $10,000. If it will be reliable with stock internals on 1000 Newton meters, it will be much more cost effective with the 2JZ. You know, in motorsport, every engine breaks, every engine. There is no engine that will never broke. After 2JZ blows up, you have to spend your money, your time, you have to do some machining job, you have to do some assembly job. And if we speak about S58 engine, you have to buy just another used engine and install. And you can come back on the track and that's it, without no hassle. We don't want just to build car. Just to build a race car. We don't want just to sell the spare parts, for example. As for me, I see in this project a good opportunity to grow, to develop, to know something new, to exchange this knowledge with another teams, and so on and so on. If we build, just a simple setup with the regular engines like 2JZ and so on, it will be not so impressive and not so interesting for me. But in our project, we want to do something special, something new, with some new and fresh ideas.
Okay, finally, let's discuss this car in real life after the test, after the first attempts. Give me the info. What is it inside this beast? What do I have here?
Yeah, let's start with an engine,
okay,
because I think it's most interesting part of this project. I just want to say that this bonnet we designed for another kind of product, because we're looking forward to build another car with a pro-charged engine. And that engine will be a little bit higher.
So we need to make a hump.
Yeah, but now a new model of the bonnet is coming, and it will be lowered. So I think for especially this project, it will be a little bit better. But
so this part will be plain, right?
Yeah, like this. On this area, it will be like the same height, but on the rear side, it will be like
lower.
A plane. Yeah. So I saw renders and I saw the master model.
Yeah.
And now guys are working on this.
Yeah.
It really looks nice.
Okay, let's go into.
Yeah, let's go inside. You don't need to help.
Oh, okay.
You see?
Oh, it's automatic one. Good.
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Everything is automatic inside of this car.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have here? This is a S58 engine, and thanks to dry sump, we can install it lower than we expected before, because with the original sump, I told you before, it's really high, and we cannot put it like this. So with the original pan, if we want to install it like with the original one, it can be like this.
And even hump wouldn't save us, yeah? It's
we can use it with this bonnet, but yeah, it's not okay for handling and so on.
Okay.
So, as I told you before, this long block is a fully stock long block. But do you know what is this?
Pump?
Yeah, this is a high pressure fuel pump. And we're running direct injection on this project. And this is the first time when we're running direct injection. It's much more complicated than regular port injection. And if you will check another project with S58 engine or B58 engine, they don't use direct injection, but they run with only port injection. In our case, we keep original 2 high-pressure fuel pumps and direct injectors, but we added 6 more injectors in ports because we targeting for really high power, and with original injectors it couldn't be enough for enough fueling. Actually, I think the most important and the most interesting part of this setup is direct injection. That's why I'm speaking a lot about this. And to run this, we're using MoTeC ECU M142 with a special developed package for S58 engine. This one gives us opportunity to run all the factory systems. We control in 2-1 system to change camshaft position. We run direct injection. Only one thing we don't run is Valvetronic system, but actually we don't need it in motorsport. We kept as well original ignition coils, and to run them we need additional ignitors. You see these 2 Bosch units? Yep. Yeah. So we need them because of original coils.
I have a question. I guess it's the custom one. I see that it's produced by us. Is it 3D part?
Yeah, it's 3D printed part, but actually, as you can see, all this exhaust manifold and turbo kit is custom fabricated by our company. The original S58 comes with 2 small turbos. Now we run single turbo. It's medium-sized turbo, it's 6466, which can handle up to 1000 horsepower. But I told you before, now we don't try to push limits, we don't try to get crazy numbers. We need to get a proven setup for 265 tire. In drifting, we work with a grip on the rear wheels. And if you don't have enough grip on the rear wheel, but you have a huge amount of power on the engine, you cannot realize this grip. Your car will destroy your tires fast, but it doesn't affect on the car speed. Every time you should have a balance between engine power and rear wheels grip. So if once we will run this setup or this project in any competition where we can use really wide tires with a lot of grip, so we have to change the turbo to the bigger one. Yeah, and we can get more power. This turbo is really not so big. The maximum theoretical power we can get from this turbo is about 1000 horsepower.
And we are running?
Now, at the moment, we have about 900 horsepower on the engine and about 800, a little bit less than 800 on the wheels.
Okay.
So, we checked this setup in different conditions, on different surfaces, with different tires, with different pressure, and every time that was more than enough for our needs. So, we keep this setup at the moment.
In this case, I want to ask you how to avoid turbolag in this case.
I think one of our subscribers asked.
Yeah, it was the question about it.
I remember this question. So, to be honest, I never driven before much responsive car than this. Because of what? First of all, with this turbo setup, we're running a real twin scroll system. What is twin scroll system? This is a special design of exhaust manifold. As you know, we have 6 cylinders, right? And we have 2 pairs of 3 cylinders. So they run into different holes in exhaust manifold. On this turbo housing, we have divider on the center. As well, we run 2 different wastegates. So we have one wastegate for one pair of runners and another wastegate for another 2. So this gives us a good benefit to engine response. So in this setup, we don't have intercooler, like many people use it in similar setups. But we have water-to-air intercooler inside of our intake manifold.
Yep.
This gives us smaller amount of volume in our intake system. At the time when you push accelerator and your throttle body is open, we need less amount of time to fill up with pressed air. So if we have intercooler, it has its own volume, internal volume, and we need to fill up with the air. And the last thing, with direct injection, we need less amount of time to make a magic inside of the engine. So all of this makes this engine really, really, really responsive. I never driven before a car like this with such a great response.
I want to ask which custom decisions did we do at all in general with this engine?
You know, every motorsport project is a custom project. Even if you buy all the ready parts, when you start to assemble this, when you start to installing this into the car body, you have to develop some parts and so on and so on. So in our case, when we started working with S58 engine, I dream about keeping original oil system because this oil system that comes from the factory S58 engine is really nice. It comes with a big, massive oil pump, and oil pan has a lot of scavenge sections. It's really nice for motorsport, but without dry sump, we cannot fit this engine into these chassis.
The main problem was that we use BMW engine in not BMW chassis. Because of the oil pan of S58 engine is rather big, we cannot use it in our car. Before that, we tried to solve it using moving of steering rack or creating our own front subframe. But because of race regulations, we cannot use that construction, so that we decided to make our own dry sump.
This engine has special reinforced plate for crankshaft caps, and it consists of two parts. And one of these parts is standard oil pump. And this pump has quite big size, but we wanted to reduce the size of our oil pan for dry sump. So we decided to make this plate ourselves. It helped us to install the engine much lower, and actually it works. We were a little bit worried about it would be work, but the first test showed that it works perfectly.
After we published some photos and videos, a lot of people sent me messages about this dry sump system, and a lot of people waiting from us some news, some updates. If it works nice, they are ready to order it from us, because this solution gives a good opportunity to install that engine to anybody, to any chassis. Yeah, because with the factory oil pan, this engine can be used with, I think, with BMW only.
It's too bulky, yeah.
Yeah, it's too high. And it's impossible to fit to, for example, Nissan Silvia, Nissan Z, or, I don't know, Chevrolet Corvette. But with our dry sump system, it can be possible. So, and if we speak about custom solutions, the stock is only long block. All the rest parts are custom built. Because we changed twin turbo system to single turbo system, so we developed exhaust manifold and all the screamers, pipes, and so on and so on. So now we are running with Precision PT 6466 turbo. We developed a lot of different parts for cooling system. For example, we removed for sure original water pump from the engine, and all the pipes, all the hoses that connected to the heat exchanger, to the AC unit, and so on and so on. So we removed this all because we don't use it for motorsport car. So we designed and developed some fittings, some brackets, some mounts, engine mounts, alternator mount. As well, we removed original alternator because it's not powerful enough for our needs, and we installed another one from DC Power. So we developed a special bracket for this. All the rest parts, excepting the engine lock block, are custom made. And yeah, we did a lot of different solutions, and we already started selling them to other customers. And I know that at least 3 projects at the moment built with our parts, and I'm proud of this.
The main engineering was made around making a lightweight car and find the correct center of gravity. The position of components was made by simple logic. The fluid lines should be kept away from the heaters. All components should be easy to remove or install for repairing, and we tried to compensate approximate weight of driver and protect some units from damages in some accidents.
When we started working on the Dyno, everything was really nice, and we spent, I think, totally more than 12 hours on the dyno because that engine is really new for us, and first time we're working with direct injection. It's something different, and it's really different if we speak, if we compare it with, for example, 2GZ engine with a port injection. As a result, we reached that horsepower that we expected before. As for Precision PT6466 turbo, the maximum theoretical limit is about 1000 horsepower, but it's only theoretical limit. In the real world, it will be lower. So we got 900 horsepower on the engine and about 950 Newton meters on the engine, and it's good numbers for this setup. Our main idea was not to push the limits and to reach maximum numbers. Our idea was to create a reliable setup that can be used for the real-world competitions. And as for me, you should have as much power as you really need. And if you have more, it's additional stress for the engine, and there is no benefits of this. So at the moment, at the current turbo, we will use it with a maximum power of 900 horsepower, and you know, as for me, it's more than enough. If in future we will decide that we want more, we just need to change turbo to the bigger one and to try to push it again and again. And now we decided to destroy at least 100 tires. If everything will be nice and okay, we will go to the next step. So we will upgrade turbo to the bigger one, and we will try to push the new limit and so on. It was a really special day for all of us because we worked hard more than 1 year before this, and so I've invited all the team, and we went to Abu Dhabi to Yas Marina circuit. We rented the car testing area. This is a big square, and I was really sad when I understood that that car is not working.
We met one problem with boost solenoid hose, but unfortunately we could realize this problem only in our workshop. Because this hose was braided, it was impossible to find this problem right on the track. When it happens, the ECU gets incorrect signal from pressure boost solenoid, and you can lose power. Or this power can appear maybe a bit later after you press your gas pedal. The worst result can be losing your engine. And of course we could fix this problem really fast, but the impressions of the first test were a bit controversial.
I think that the test was successful because from my side I see that all things that we created working well and can work in the heavy-duty conditions. But as I know, we have to do some engine management tuning after first test, but I don't think that it's a big problem.
We couldn't fix this problem on site, and we cancelled this session and bring car back to our workshop. After this we fixed the problem, and we were prepared for the next shakedown. But that day was really bad for us. This project is fully custom, and of course, if there was a solution on the market that was perfect for our needs, we use it. But in many areas we had our own vision and applied ideas we believe are right. A good example is our rear subframe. And As you know, we're running quick change differential. Maybe you know that many manufacturers install this with a rigid connection to the subframe. I think it's a bad idea, and much more better to use it with bushings. The benefits are obvious: better vibration control and more reliability. And truly, I don't understand why so many are still using rigid mounts. But you know, this is the main idea of car building. It's really not enough to just build parts and install them on the cars. Even if it's a really simple project, you have to dig into engineering, and you should solve some different complex problems and so on. And that was one of the key ideas of our project, to make really complex solutions simple for the real customers.
All these cars consists from the unique solutions, because you can't just go to the shop and buy ready to go or plug and play solutions, because this engine not so common in the world for now. So all the brackets, all the flanges we had to create ourselves. As for interior part, we made firewall. It has a really lightweight. It's something like 3 kilos. It's made from aluminium, and we produced roll cage. It has a really lightweight as well. And of course, we made our body kit.
As for exterior, it's like it's like a business card for a company, because this is the first thing that people see, and in most cases, I think this is the only thing that people remember after they see this car. So, and I think it will be strange if you're using in such high-level project somebody else's design. And if we speak honestly, there is no on the market at this moment a lot of solutions for body kits. If we speak especially about motorsport grade solutions, I mean carbon fiber, it's impossible to buy at the moment. So that's why we started understanding this process, because we never did it before, and this is the first time when we build carbon fiber production. But now, at the moment, we have full in-house production from scratch on the paper, from idea to the real parts, made with a full cycle of production, with infusion, with curing oven, and so on and so on. And I'm really happy with this result. At the moment, we're producing only this body kit, but we just started. And I believe that in future we will do some restyling for this body kit, and for sure we will do another body kits for another cars and so on. So it's very interesting for us, and I think it's a good point of business. Huge amount of job done. This one is fully made by our team here in-house during 1 year here in FreshX. Yeah, it's a huge amount of job, and really, as I remember, we have 33 parts of our body kit.
30, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like this, but starting from the roof. So we have carbon fiber roof. We have carbon kevlar fenders, bonnet, bumper, doors, rear fenders, and so on and so on.
But as well, we produced the carbon kevlar as well, so 2 versions, and FRP, right?
Yes, so for sure, for real motorsport projects, you should use proven composite materials.
Impact resistance, yeah.
Yes, and for some of them we're running with carbon kevlar. For some of them we're running with full carbon. But it depends on your view, and yeah, you can make it fully carbon, or you can make it fully carbon kevlar.
Anyway, it's under delivery, so
yes, at the moment it's under delivery, and actually I really love this livery because this really colorful.
Right.
Yeah, and it's it's really looks nice, especially on the racetrack.
Yeah.
designed with the main idea to make it as light as possible. And I told you before, our engine is really lightweight. It's much more lighter than 2JZ or LS engine, so this is the first benefit of this. When we designed and developed all the brackets, all the supports, all the special stuff for this car, first one we think about was the weight of this.
But anyway, it have to be durable, because it's not
sure.
only lightweight.
For sure. You should find a good balance between durability and the weight. Yes. If we're gonna build a tank, for example, we can make it with thick metal and so on. But this is a motorsport, and we should find the perfect balance between weight, power, grip, and so on. So we're trying to keep as much weight as possible. Even we're working on small parts, we're trying to reduce their weight as much as possible. Thanks to our partners with the wheels, because Power Wheels, they produce real forged aluminum wheels with a custom design.
Yep.
And they also tried to make it as light as possible. We got a weight of them like a little bit less than 8 kilos per the rim. So it's a good point.
Okay, about weight. Let's talk about safety system, because I know there's the lightweight too, and it's much more practical. Yeah, I guess we'll open. No?
As about safety system, there is nothing special really, because of all the competition cars should be equipped with a welded roll cage, a minimum 8 points. I mean 8 points of connection to the body. And this roll cage we designed by our company as well.
And the main question, why did we do it? Because I know that for Nissan Z platform, it's quite popular solution to just for the roll cage. Why is it so? Why we decided to do it?
Yes, you're right. You can buy another one, but we decided to make it our own because we have our own vision. Many companies doing roll cages with the chromoly tubes. We don't like them. We run with carbon steel tubes. We did a full job using 3D modeling. And firstly, we scanned the body, fully disassembled. We designed a roll cage as tight as possible. I mean, we don't have any gaps between tubes and the chassis.
And it's close to the hood, I see, yes? So to make more space?
It's close to everywhere. I mean, we did it really tight, and it's, you know, I really love this product because of it gives a lot of space for the driver everywhere, even under the roof. So another point, it was designed in accordance with all the technical regulations of Formula Drift, of Drift Masters, of Russian Drift Series, of D1 Grand Prix. So we tried to make really universal product, so you can use this roll cage everywhere in the world. But there is one very important point. We don't speak too much about this, but in most countries, the roll cage should be installed by a licensed company who has a special permit and special permission for installing roll cages. So they give you papers. They give the papers with a number of this roll cage and so on. But at the moment we are working with some companies in different countries who can install this, especially this roll cage. They approved this configuration. So if you, for example, order from us this roll cage, you can go to a special company who will install this.
Nice.
In UAE,
that's the important part.
It's not required at the moment. So everyone who can weld can install this roll cage. And the most important thing that I really love, all the customers who bought a roll cage from us did the installation without any mistakes in a short time, like 1 day or 2 days, and they don't need grinder at all. They just get our bended pipes. They follow in the instruction, and they just weld. That's it.
Quite simple.
Yeah, it's quite simple, really.
Okay.
So if we speak about safety systems, what we have here also. For sure, the car equipped with a fire suppression system. As you can see, I think one of maybe the first product that we produced, that we're ready to sell to another customers, was a firewall. And it's really important because most firewalls that I saw before, they are not sealed to the cabin, between. And what gives it to you? For sure, it's safety. If, for example, you have a fire on the trunk,
it will be leaking on
It will be leaking, yeah. For example, if you have leakage of the fuel and you have fire. So it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous, really. But in our configuration, in our setup, you don't have any even small hole. So it's fully sealed. And we tried this on our baby Zs. As you remember, after 2-3 laps on the full throttle, if you open the door, you don't have smoke inside.
Yes.
You don't have dust, and it's really nice for the drivers. So that's why I love this. One more thing, what we have, for sure, car equipped with a battery switch.
Kill and switch system?
Kill switch, yeah. So as you can see, we have 2 buttons here. One we need for fire suppression system. Another one we need for disabling all the electricity systems. So it's mandatory rules for all the competitions, all the professional competitions, nothing special also. But for sure, we following the rules, and if something is wrong, so Marshall or somebody else who can be there at the moment can
push it,
can push it, and activate the system. What is really important, I think, is a safety column, safety steering column, because of it's flexible. If it will happen a really big crash, and it will move the steering rack closer to the driver, so this flexibility will reduce the length of the steering column. So
it's like a bend, you know it, or it's just. I mean,
it's not bending. It's like a joint system, and yeah. So it's safety for the driver, additional safety. To be honest, as for interior, we didn't finish all the works, and as you can see, our doors are not so good.
Is it not the final version?
This is the first version of the doors. We did some mistakes during the modeling, during the adjustments, because of we started doing this at the time we didn't have a roll cage, and we cannot check all of this in our 3D model. So, but now at the moment, I think we need to show our new doors, because I never seen more beautiful and more exciting, precise doors that we did on the next step. So this was just for mock-up, but at the time when we started using this car for shakedowns and for livery wrapping, the new doors didn't came, but now I think very soon we will install this.
It was the first time then we tried to work with the full cycle of production of body kit with our team, and we had some problems, of course. Firstly, it was from technological side, and secondly, we didn't check some models before production, and for example, we cannot close the doors after assembling. And we had to change models, make new molds and new parts. And now the assembly works perfect. Now we are working on the quality and the speed of production, and now we can make it much better than the year ago.
That was really hot weather. As I remember, that was in the end of July. Yeah, in the end of July, and that was about plus 42 outside on evening time. This time we went to another racetrack, much more smaller, so that's why we need to get maximum grip, because of we need of real stress for the car. And just imagine, that was Valino RS tire on the rear axle with 265 width and 285 as well, with extremely low pressure. The weather was plus 42 outside, and we did a real shakedown for this car, and I was really happy to see these numbers on the dash of the temperatures after 2 laps, because of the car was great and it worked perfectly. And the most important, that after this stress, I saw the numbers like about 100 of water temperature and oil temperature, and about 65 degrees of the air intake temperature. For these conditions, I think it's the best result that we can see. So I was really happy, and from this time I understand that this configuration, this car is reliable. So now we need real tests for some competitions and so on.
устал. Мне кажется, нам надо туда.
Вообще, нихуя. Интересная машина.
Там, как бы, эти варнинги, все их надо, ну,
Я
репетировать.
думаю, мелочь какая-то рубанула просто. Я не думаю, что вопрос стоит.
Вот, набрал ты. Варнинг сработал по давлению масла, но я в логе смотрю, вижу, что ничего страшного. Это просто у нас как бы хороший дали машине сейчас. И потом, когда отпустили обороты до практически холостых, там просто выпали мы из минимального давления. Случилось 191 КПА на 1700 оборотах, и он в этот момент активировал.
Вот такой вот у нас получился сумасшедший день. Много провели работы с прошкой. Если сравнивать с прошлыми тестами в Абу-Даби и с этими тестами, это совершенно два разных автомобиля. Вы прекрасно знаете, на какой технике мы едем в России. Наши строкерные билет GZ — это просто фантастика, это мечта любого дрифтера. Я с очень завышенными ожиданиями приехал, потому что у меня, ну, реально один из лучших, наверное, в мире автомобилей — это наши Супры, на которых мы ездим в России. Я, Дамир, Женя — это просто безумные снаряды, просто безумные. Безумный GZ, там все очень круто работает. И я ехал с таким, знаете, немножко с пренебрежением. Я думал, блин, ну, я помню те ощущения после Абу-Даби. У меня были вопросы к настройкам, к машине, к мотору. И то, что я увидел сегодня, то, как эта машина поехала сейчас, она подарила мне просто кучу эмоций. Я думаю, что мы раскопали просто невероятный клад. Еще впереди много работы. Инженеры будут 1,5-2 месяца дорабатывать те рекомендации, которые мы сейчас всей командой собрали. Следующие тесты у нас запланированы на сентябрь. И я думаю, в сентябре это будет еще более продвинутая техника. И я думаю, что потенциал какой-то невероятный. Знаете, я сегодня, когда ехал на этой машине, у меня были такие ощущения. Вот, когда ты точно попадаешь в бингу, у тебя такое ощущение, что, блин, это же изменит все, это же изменит мир. Я ехал сегодня на этой машине, делал вот эти бешеные перекладки на супер зацепе на Валина, на 2.8.5 на Валина, представляете, на картинговом треке, это просто страшно, на третьей передаче, на максимальном бусте, то есть на максимальном 900 сил под жопой. И я понимал, что, блин, ребята, это просто невероятно. S58 похож на ощущение между VR и GZ. Это что-то такое вот тяговитое, при этом взрывное, при этом очень информативное. Блин, я в восторге от того, что получается. Я уверен, что это будет очень интересно.
As I remember, about 1 year ago, we spoke about the same system with our baby Z.
Yes.
Because of why? Because of when we started working on our projects, we decided to find a common solution for all our projects. And for example, for baby Z, it's not necessary. I told you before.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
necessary
extra
to have all of this, but we want to make it really universal for all our projects. So we have a radium tank here for 10 gallons. We have CSF radiator. We have two 16th spells fans. Yes, we have electrical water pump. We have dry sump oil tank. We have some catch cans and coolant expansion tank. There is nothing special, but all of these parts configured according to our project, and we run the same setup for all our cars. One more part that we don't have at the moment, there should be a special diffuser for the air that coming from the radiator to inside to this hole, and it's really coming soon. I think in 1 month at maximum we will get it. So this is the last step.
Okay, so since this all this setup look so fruitful, that's why I have a
Fruitful.
yeah, it's
I remember this word.
okay. I mean that it comes to a question because it's a question from subscriber, and I'm interested too. Are we trying to stay within the budget, or it was just a decision to build for the maximum performance? Exact car.
You know, that's not a really easy question for me because of we started building this project since this workshop was really empty. there was nothing here.
Yeah.
During the work with this project, we have to buy a lot of different equipment stuff and so on. We needed to find suppliers for all the parts, for all the materials and so on and so on. So that's why I cannot truly say what's the budget, the real budget of this car. But at the moment we calculated and we counted a retail price for this car. So, and as I remember,
yeah, I wanted to ask it too. What's the price for this car?
So, I just want to say what? Doesn't matter what car you are building.
Okay.
You run in the same setup for all the cars. What I mean, all the cars have suspension, wheels, engine, gearbox, diffs, and so on. And most of the parts that we used in our project are used by another teams and another garages and workshops who build race cars. And at the moment, the reality is the really good race car for drifting, built with the top level, costs from $250,000 US. So I think it's at the moment this is a minimum of the race car, which built with the same ideas like we did here. I mean, with a carbon fiber body, with all the safety systems, with all the suspension.
Like ready to race, so you're coming and going to the competition.
Ready to race for top competition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big difference because some of competitions doesn't require this. And but if you want to go to the maximum level, you should expect that your car will cost not less than $250,000 US. That's it. As for our project, we count in at the moment the base option of this car costs from $300,000 US. Like
It's
this.
for ready, but if
No, it's not for ready.
it's if you're building it from scratch.
No. I mean, if someone will come to us and ask to build this car,
Having chassis.
Yes.
No, or no.
No.
Okay,
without
nothing.
chassis. Without chassis. Start our conversation from $300,000 US.
Okay, and if it's ready one, so tomorrow I'm coming here and I want this exact car. What will be the price?
You know, this car has a serial number 001. This is the first project from our team.
Okay.
For sure, we did Baby Z's before, but Baby Z is not about.
It's the first Pro.
Yes, and you know, we really love this car because we put our soul, we put all our time, free time and work time into this car, and we did really a good job for this, I think. So, if someone wants to buy this car, we will not sell it less than $380,000 US.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Thank you for the answer for this quite controversial and tricky question, yeah? And guys, of course, you can ask us any questions you have about this car, about the construction, about building the drift cars itself. And don't hesitate, feel free to do it on our Instagram, on YouTube. So, and we'll keep going to the next part of this video.
This car really looks like a show car, but when we build this, the main idea that we will run it on the competitions, and for sure, we are going to use it during some local events here in UAE. But the main target for this season is going to Oman International Drift Championship. So I think it will be really nice adventure for all our team and for this car. And the last step that we need to do, we need to decide who will drive this car.
Do we have the rough idea who would it be?
Not sure. At the moment, I'm not sure because I have some ideas. It can be any of our current drivers from our team, or it can be some, drift superstar from another country, or maybe it will be a young local driver from UAE. We got some ideas, we need to compare them and we need to decide. But anyway, it will be very interesting and exciting for all of us, and I'm 100% sure that people will love this car.
This is our first project here, I mean prospect project. And during your competitions, during the season, usually you meet a lot of different problems, issues, and if you are smart, you note it and try to fix it and improve something between the seasons, I mean. And even you're a top driver or you work in a top team, you need to think about it every time. It should be really easy to service the car. It should be really reliable. So you improve your car from year by year. I suppose we need to compete maybe at least one season to understand it to the end. Now we have some changes which we want to use in our next projects.
You know, when people ask about risk, I really don't understand what they mean about. So we are doing what we love. And in every step of our project, if we're doing something wrong or we're doing some mistakes, it's just experience for us. It's not a failure for us. So that's how we grow, how we improve, and how we're moving forward. I think you can see this car on the back. This is a Next Pro Z. This is a new project which comes with another engine, not S58, but another more popular than S58 engine. But we're gonna show you this car in next few, I think 2 months, maybe a little bit sooner. And with at least 4 cars developed by our company, we're gonna participate Oman International Drift Championship this year with a full team, with some new drivers, and it should be a really good experience for all of us. So we're gonna show you how these cars works on the racetrack, and let's see. I'm not sure that we will start developing another platform since next year. Maybe we need 1 more year to complete all the tasks with Z. Anyway, it should be really interesting for all of us, and I'm really happy that we are doing this project, because it's a unique opportunity for all of us to be here in UAE and to do what we love, to build the race cars, to make some engineering jobs, and so it should be really interesting. We will move forward to the great future with our race cars, and we really want to build the best drift race car in the world.
To sum up, as you see, we're extremely inspired by this project because it's the successful one, but we're not stopping. We'll keep going with our 4 further projects, and we'll keep you posted about all the stages about these cars. So make sure to be subscribed and like and share this video to watch our latest video, and we'll see you there at FreshX.